Welcome to a step-by-step guide on how to come to Canada to study as a post-secondary or university student who is at least 18 years old. If you are younger than 18, most of this information still applies, but there are extra forms and details to take note of. If you have any family members applying with you, they will have to apply with their own application forms, but can submit them together online. A brief disclaimer. This guide is only intended as a brief overview of the study permit application process as of June 2018, and is based off of information that can be found in the guide 5269, which I'll link below. First things first, what is a study permit? A study permit is an authorization for a foreign national to study in Canada. The permit lasts for the duration of the studies plus 90 days. At the time of recording, the expected processing times for a study permit are about 6 weeks, depending on the country you're applying from. A study permit is not a visa, but a visa will be issued to you along with your study permit if you need one to enter Canada. Before you apply, you need to have been admitted to a school on the designated learning institutions list here, which I'll also link to in the description. You'll need a letter of acceptance, which must be issued by the school on official letterhead, which shows the exact amount of tuition fees which you need to pay, the anticipated starting and finishing dates along with the date by which you need to register. You also need to have proof that you have enough money to pay for the first year of your studies, or for the duration of your studies if they last for less than a year. You must also have no record of criminal activity and be in good health. Now it's time to fill out the forms. You can find the forms for your specific region at this link. You can also apply online instead of using the paper forms. Application for study permit made outside of Canada is the first form to fill out, and it contains general information about yourself. Everyone applying for a study permit from outside of Canada must fill out this form. Fill out this form truthfully and write NA or not applicable for questions or sections that do not apply to you. For information regarding specific questions on the form, refer to this section in Guide 5269. In Section 10 of this form, if you are in a common law union, you must also fill out the form Statutory Declaration of Common Law Union. If you are married, you must send a photocopy of your marriage certificate in the application. Next up is the Family Information Form. You must complete the form if you are 18 or older, which you should be since this video is for those of you who are. It contains information about your family. The use of a representative form is to designate somebody such as an immigration consultant, lawyer, or family member as your representative in this process. This person gives advice, consultation, or guidance to you at any stage of the application process and has your consent to do business on your behalf with the IRCC and the Canada Border Services Agency. These are the base forms you might need to complete. There may be some others which might be requested of you based on your specific circumstances. Use the documents checklist to figure out exactly what you need. Now it's time for your documents. These documents will need to be translated into English or French if they are not already so and certified as accurate. Photocopies of documents will also need to be certified. See the Gathering Documents section of the guide for details. There are several documents that you will need. A photocopy of your passport information form, 2 photos with your name and date of birth written on the back of them, and which meet the visa photograph specifications at the link here. You may also need biometric information, depending on your specific region of application. This information can be found on this website. If you do, follow the instructions there. Proof of having enough money to study in Canada, which can come in the form of a Canadian bank account, GIC, student loan, proof of paid tuition and housing, a letter from a school or person giving you money, or other things listed here. To figure out how much money you need, use the chart on the website. You will also need a photocopy of your marriage license or certificate if you are married, and any other additional documents listed for your specific region, which I'll link to again. You can pay your application fees at the Pay Your Fee site. If you are applying online, the fee payment will be done at the end of the application instead. Attach a copy of the printed receipt to your application if you are applying on paper. Finally, attach a copy of your application checklist to your application. You can submit your application to a visa application center, the locations of which can be found on this website. Alternatively, you can simply submit the application online. That is the application process for a Canadian study permit. Congratulations on finishing. At the time of writing, the estimated processing times were about 6 weeks. You can check on the status of your application at these links. Good luck with your application, and take care.